Hello, Flosstube. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry. I'm back sooner than what I said I would be, but this is a different kind of video. There are no whips to show. There's no progress to show. This is a video that I am going to entitle Blast from the Past Stash. So I really enjoy to see people's other floss tubers, other cross stitchers. I like to see their stash. I like to see the stash videos of old dimension kits, just old magazines, chart, the patterns from those. Old patterns and things like that they have. I really enjoy those kind of videos because it gives me something new to look for, something new that's old to look for if I'm interested in it. And they're just really fun to watch, I think. So I decided I was going to do a video like that. Today, the day I'm filming this is Monday, April 11th, and I will schedule this to come out for Wednesday on the 13th, and it should be coming out right around the time I'm either in surgery or getting out of surgery. So I hope that if you're watching around that time, that you will enjoy the video. Get you a cup of coffee or cappuccino. That's what I have right now in my bottle of water. And because I think this might be just a little bit of a lengthy video. We'll see. Now, just as a history of myself, I have been cross-stitching, I'm going to estimate on and off for 27 years. I have been married for 30 years. I wasn't cross-stitching when I got married, but if I remember correctly, it wasn't very long after I got married that I discovered cross-stitching and I wanted to do it, but I didn't know anyone else who cross-stitched. And I would look at all the leisure arts books that Walmart used to carry and things and try to figure it out, and even would buy up things even though I didn't know how to cross-stitch. So eventually I had a friend who knew someone that did cross stitch, and she got me up with this lady. And I was in my early 20s, I think, when I started my cross-stitching journey. So I am going to estimate, since I've been married 30 years, my oldest daughter is 24, and I'm thinking maybe I started cross-stitching about 27 years ago. So that's what I will say until if I can track down the date. I have had a lot of stash from back then, if you want to call it that, and gotten rid of things that I wish I had not gotten rid of, that I think I would have really enjoyed today, in today's time. And one of my favorite things that I had from back then was the cross-country stitching magazines. I think a lot of us remember that. A lot of those of us who started cross-stitching maybe in the 90s or something would remember those magazines. I got a subscription for the holidays one year. My aunt asked me what I wanted, and all I wanted was a subscription to those magazines. So I have just a few of those left. And Uh, a friend of mine found some at an estate sale and passed them my way not too long ago. Well, it's probably been a year or so ago now. And she passed those my way. So I gained a few back, and I was really happy about that. So I have two of the cross country stitching magazines in front of me that I would like to show. I do have more than that, but these two were the ones that were handy. And these had been misplaced for a while. They had been in storage. Everything I'm showing you had been in storage from where we had moved, had moved around some, and just all my older stuff had gotten just put aside. And it's ironic because probably a week or so ago, I was talking to another Flosstuber about some old stash that I had, and I wasn't sure exactly where it was at. And my daughters were helping out with some things several nights ago, going through some of the old containers from the we hadn't gone through, I guess, since our move here, and found quite a few of my old cross stitch books. So that's the reason for this video. My daughters found these. Unfortunately, some of the starts, the whips that I had from these are still missing, but I'm thinking those were put in another container with all the Ada cloth. And maybe at some point I can come back and show some of the whips that I'm able to find. But I thought this would be a fun video to make. And so with that said, and the history behind that, I will go ahead and get started. So like I said, the first two things I wanted to show was the Cross Country Stitching magazine. Now, I hope she doesn't mind. I don't know her name, but there is on Instagram, Cross Country Stitcher, I think is the name of that account. And I like to go back and look at her pictures that she's shown of things that she's working on, because several of the things that she has are also things that I have worked on in the past. And so one of my first books, and this one is in really bad shape. You could tell where it's been stored, moved around. I usually do take care of my books and things, but this one just really has taken a beating, it looks like. So this one is an August 1997 issue of Cross Country Stitching magazine. And the cover photo right there is actually a project that I started. It's a whip. I have always intended on finishing it. I do have a picture of it. I don't have the whip itself with me at the moment, but I do have a picture that I can add to my Instagram and show where I am at on this. But I have all of this section done, and I think maybe up to here done on this. And I do intend on finishing that. And I have always just liked that. My husband likes it. My daughters have liked it. My oldest daughter especially, because she can remember me working on it. So this is one that I definitely intend on picking up and finishing. And these magazines, while a lot of the charts or patterns are dated, you could really take those and update them with your preference of floss color and things. So that's a consideration if you still have these magazines, or you may be looking for something or some of these and want to stitch something from them. Here's another one of the projects. I'm not going to go through every one of them in the book, but here's another one that's in there that I liked. And I was thinking there was one more that really called to me in here. For those who like the bee skips and things like that, there is a very cute one. Kind of a gardening theme too. And there's just all kinds of really nice patterns in these books. So I remember way back when the birdhouses and things, well, I'm saying way back like it's when the birdhouses were very popular to decorate with. Some people may still really enjoy decorating with the birdhouses. And I had a friend who really loved those. So like I said, colors could be changed up for these patterns and updated. So it's kind of just an example of what was in that book. But the main pattern was the one for me that I showed on, well, I'm sorry. Where did it go? My book is, okay. Yes. So the main pattern for me was this one. So if any of you all out there are watching this and you have done this pattern, or you kind of had started it like me and left it, leave me a comment below. I'd like to know who all has either started it and finished it, or who has it kind of as a UFO, or or just waiting to finish it someday. So that's a good magazine. Now, also, I don't have the particular magazine, but I did see on Cross Country Stitcher's Instagram. It popped up on my feed on my Instagram, where she was working on a pattern from the Cross Country Stitching magazine. And it was a pattern called Live Simply. Well, I had also started that pattern. And I do not have the magazine right now that goes with it, but I actually have the whip that goes with it. So I just thought I would show that just for fun. There's a string hanging down and it's all wrinkled and everything, but I'll try to get a picture of that magazine and post it along with this whip. But there it is. I don't know why I stopped working on that one, but I did. I have no idea, but that is another magazine I'm going to have to try to chase down so I can finish that. And one of the other magazines I have from Cross Country Stitching is called, it's August 2007 issue. And that's what it looks like. And one of my favorite patterns in here is, oh, I actually have two. No, maybe three as I look at this now. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Okay. So here is one that I really liked. It's called Meeting Room. And there's the other side of it. The reason I liked it was all those little houses. I really liked that. So I did start that at one point. And hopefully as we go through my, as we find all of my other older whips and things, that I can pick that back up and finish it. Here is another one. I think it's called Hearts and Stitches. It's got all kinds of baskets of flowers, birdhouse, just a little salt box house. I love those little houses. And we'll show that one. Really pretty and colorful. But if you like more muted colors, you could do that. And then there was one more that I really liked. And I think this one is, it looks like it's called Country Sampler. I liked it because there's all kinds of sheep that are on it. It's got the verse from Proverbs 31:29 through 31. And there it is. So those are some of my favorites out of those two books. So yeah, if you are interested in the cross-country stitching magazines and you've never seen them before, or you have them and you're like me, you're kind of getting into wanting to stitch from them more or finish up projects, whips from them, let me know. Let me know if you have a collection. Let me know if you have done any of these projects that I have just shown. I would like to know what everyone has done. Okay, the next magazine that I have to show is a Just Cross Stitch magazine. It's the annual Halloween issue from the September-October 2012 issue of Just Cross Stitch. And I cannot believe that I never started the cover, what's on the cover photo. Because this is something right up my alley. Everyone that knows me well knows that my favorite season is fall. I love fall. I love fall stitching. I could probably keep fall decorations out all year long and not get tired of it. I love it that much. So on the front of this, if you're like me, you would really love this cornucopia of the pumpkins and the squash and the corn and the apple, and I just absolutely love this. Now, I cannot remember ever starting this. It's hard for me to imagine that I didn't start it. It's a possibility, but I have no memory of it. So this will definitely be something I will be working on for my fall stitching. So this book has some really cute patterns and really cute Halloween patterns if you like to cross stitch for Halloween. I like doing some Halloween stitching, but mine is more fall oriented. Here is a really pretty pattern that they had. It's got different Bible verses on it. I really, really liked that. But that came in a 6-part series, so all I have in my book, and I'm really disappointed, is like the bottom part of it. So I would have to track that down at some point if I wanted to do that. Here is another pattern that I probably would have liked to have done. Pumpkin Sampler, I think that's what it's called. Yes. So there's just a lot of various patterns in here, and like I said, I won't take time to go through every one of them. This one caught my eye. Elegant Pumpkins. I'm sure a lot of you probably have this magazine or remember it. And then here are just some patterns, some small charts that are in this book. And I like this little house with the pumpkins. It's really cute. So I may do that at some point. But I still have a lot of other stitching to catch up with. If you saw my Flosstube number 2 video, then you know I have the challenge from my husband with my bigger projects. Anything that I haven't already bought fabric for, or didn't already have, then he's challenged me to finish up some projects before I start anything else that I haven't already planned for. So that's one reason to get busy. Okay. The next magazine I want to show is a 2014 special collector's issue of Just Cross Stitch Halloween. And this has some adorable, adorable things. Even just looking at the front page or the front cover. I love this right here. That is probably something I would be interested in stitching. So, well, I had some pages marked and I've lost my place. This has a lot of cute patterns in it. And like I said, I won't take time to go through everything. Just going to show highlight some things that I have seen that I would really like to do. And there's an owl in here that I would really like. Isn't he cute? I love the little spider kind of dangling down from his hat. It's really cute. And I like this. if I can get my pages to fold over. This is cute for someone that's really into the Halloween. And I even like this right here. That may be a small that I will maybe cross stitch for this fall. Because my focus is, if you have seen my last two videos, my large focus for the year is to get quite a few fall and Halloween whips done. That's not necessarily all I want to work on, but it is a huge focus of mine to do, because I would like more things to put throughout my home and on the walls. I think even with my husband and my daughters, all four of us, our favorite season is fall. This I have seen done before. I think that's really cute. And I don't remember this one, but from what I can tell of it, that's adorable. I think I would probably be interested in cross-stitching that too. Not that I will, but maybe I can put it on the agenda to cross-stitch at some point. There's so much to cross-stitch, you all. It's hard to get to everything. Okay, here is one I have seen done, and I think is absolutely adorable. And I want this to definitely be a project for me for this fall to finish up. So I may need to make that a small to carry in my travel bag, my craft bag when I'm out and about, that I can work on that. Very cute. Okay, I'm going to quickly turn a few pages here because I was thinking there was one more thing that I wanted to show from this book, or specifically wanted to. There's a lot of cute things in here. I don't see anything else. But those were just a few of the things that I was interested in from that book. Okay, so we are going to go a little farther back into the past with some of the next things I'm going to show. Okay, some of you may remember this book. It's called it's from Good Natured Girls, called The Big Book of Holidays. And this is what it looks like. Now, sadly, somehow this book had gotten some water damage, and my pages got stuck together, and it really pretty much destroyed the inside of the book. Fortunately, the part that had some of the stitching that I really enjoyed, I was able to save, but I don't have pictures of a lot of the charts that I can show. I can tell you that I have, this is an old whip of mine, and when I find it and I'm able to show it to you, it's nearly done. So I really want to find that and hopefully finish that up. I know I'm putting a lot on my plans for the fall, but I would really love to have that for this fall to display. I started it on the 14 count white Aida cloth like it shows there. And hopefully I can find that and just finish it up in no time and just have it to display. I have also, I have stitched this, the snowman, and I think I gave it away as a gift because I don't have it. And I used to give away a lot of my stitching like that as a gift. So that is probably what happened. Um, there are all kinds of other little fall tidbits in here that I can't show a picture of that are really cute. There's like a turkey and pumpkin and squash and things like that. A little picture of that together. I would like to cross stitch. There's a scarecrow in the garden, um, and some other little Halloween motifs that would be really cute to do. So yeah, this is a good book to have if you like to cross stitch for the seasons. Okay, the next one I have, some of you might remember this one also. I did cross stitch this. I finished it, framed it, and everything. And I had a friend who saw it and fell in love with it. And so I gave it to her. It is called Good Night. It is a Christmas piece from a Santa Claus. And this is what it looks like. And it was really fun to cross stitch. So that is an older pattern by Sue Hillis Designs. Okay. The next book, I used to really love getting these because there were so many cute little patterns in these types of books. Some of the ones that's in these now wouldn't really call to me, but I think maybe if I change them up a bit or change some colors or fabrics or whatever, then there are some things that I would still enjoy stitching. But it was just wonderful for me when I was younger to get these. So this is the 365 Quick Christmas Designs. A lot of cute stuff in here and samplers. They have some really cute sampler ideas in here. And I actually just opened it up and saw a whip that is still in the book. Not much of it's done. I'm trying to see if I can find some pictures to show you. Here is a sampler. If I can do this without showing the... let me see. Hold on just one second. I'll put this over the other side. Okay. I think this is a fun one to do with all the different sweet treats. Cute sampler. And let's see what else I can find that I can show. Here are some just little motifs in the book. I like that penguin on skates. It's that one that's slid down, I think. So those are cute. Just a lot of cute little things in here. And it's an older book, but there's still some very cute designs to cross stitch. Here's one with some houses. I would be tempted to take the little houses and do something with those. Really cute. And just a lot of other little Christmas motifs. So this is a good book to have if you already have it, or if you want to look for it. It is a good book to have. Okay, the last, no, I have a leisure arts book to show. And this one is called A Christmas to Remember. So to be honest, I really can't remember what is all in this book that caught my particular attention. I haven't really sat down and gone thoroughly through these. This is just kind of one of those spontaneous videos. So I'm sorry for that, but I just thought it would be something fun to go ahead and do because I want to get my books and magazines organized and put away in the shelf. And I thought this video that some people would be interested in seeing this stash, and also help me to know what I want to go back to find. And this is one of the things in this book that I really enjoyed. The Season's Greetings. I didn't start that, but I have always, when I would open this book up, I would always be tempted to start it. So maybe one day I will do that. And I really like this. It's nostalgic looking to me. So all the children gathered around the snowman. I like that. So those were the two, I think, that really caught my attention in this book. Okay, the last three books, if you're a Paula Vaughn fan, or if you have ever stitched Paula Vaughn's designs, then you will be familiar with these. The first one is called A Mother's Love. And I'm thinking there were several pieces in this that I started and did not finish for some reason. And this is one of them. So let me just go through this one. Growing in Love, I always thought was really sweet. And I love this one called Going to Church. I had always, at the time I was stitching Paula Vaughn, that was one that was on my list to do. And here is one that I always thought I would stitch for my oldest daughter because she has blonde hair. And I always thought that I would like to have that for her for whenever she gets married. But I I don't know now that she would want it. She had taken one of my Paula Vaughn cross-stitch pieces and kept it for years in her room. She really liked it, so that was one reason I had thought about stitching that for her. But then she gave it back maybe about a year or so ago. So, and then here's another one that I liked. So it's the image of the mom and the daughter, and then in the mirror, there they are when they were younger, when the daughter was growing up. So that's all in that book. I mean, there's more patterns, but those were the ones that had caught my attention at the time. The next book would be Paula Vaughn, Grandmother's House. And this is the epitome of Grandmother's House. So let me show some of the ones that I'm not sure. Okay, yes. Here's one called A Fruitful Life. Whoops, wrong spot. That is one I think I started at some point. And hopefully I will find that. If not, I will start it over again because I love that. And here's another one, A Place of Contentment. I thought this was really sweet. I'm sorry. To have a chair, maybe do your crafting, a cat at your feet. Who doesn't, you know, we love our cats. And we're sitting there with a book to read in the evening, winding down for bedtime. I just love that picture. Okay. Here is one at some point that I started. And let's see, what's that one called? Cherished Melody. You see, back then I started a lot of stuff. Then I would get excited because I would see another design that I liked and wanted to do that one. I think a lot of us still, you know, do that. But those were the ones in that book that really caught my attention. Okay, so the next one that I have is The Best of Paula Vaughn. And there's a glare, I'm sorry. The Best of Paula Vaughn, Book 2. And there's probably some that I did start in this book. Okay, Good Neighbors. I started this at some point. And never finished it. Okay, Laura Stitcher from Instagram. My friend Laura. She wanted to know, like, all my whips. You know, what my whips were. So, Laura, I'm counting on you to keep, you know, you can keep account for me of all of these ones that I said I started at one time. This was one that I did not start, but I think is really cute. Forgotten Basket. That's a pretty one. And this one's called Rosy Repose. I'm not sure that I started this one, but I'm looking at it right now thinking, wow, that would be beautiful. And I see my battery is going low on my phone, so I'm going to kind of push through. Here is one I was interested in starting, calling Little Women. I don't think I ever did start this one. But if you're a Little Women fan, then that would definitely catch your attention. Okay, sorry about that. Someone was knocking on the door. I'm almost done. The next pattern is called Simply Sunflowers. So if you like sunflowers, you would definitely like this. I think this is beautiful. It's another one I would like to cross stitch. Like I said, too many things. Too many things to cross stitch. Here is another one I think I started at one time, Friendship Quilts. If you like quilts, if you like quilting, you would probably like those kind of patterns. Okay, this one is definitely one I remember stitching, and it is still somewhere around. And when I do locate this, this is definitely going to come out of the UFO pile, and it is going to be stitched. It's called Memories of Christmas. And that's what that looks like. I really enjoyed stitching that. I can remember working on that. And also, I was thinking there was one more in here. Maybe not. I think this one, Friendship Bouquet. Is that one? So just at one point, I just kind of completely got out of cross stitching with things that was going on in my life, and put these things aside that would have been so beautiful to have right now. I do have some of the designs finished. One I have here, and one I had given to my mom. And after she passed away, I didn't get it back. So I did end up, being able to have one that I had worked on. And then, like the Memories of Christmas, when I get that one done, I'll have it. So, and then whatever else. There's another book I don't think I ever owned. I think I had gotten it from the library, that has a design in it, a fall design with a leaf type quilt, and over a wagon, and there's pumpkins and things, and I had started that. And I think that's probably why I didn't finish that, was because I had the book from the library. So maybe I can locate that sometime soon, I hope. But that is all I have to show. I hope you all enjoyed seeing this. I just thought it would be something that some of you all may enjoy, and also something that I can have, that I can look back on, and as I go forward with trying to finish whips that I have had in the past. And I'm doing really well with that. I'm being really diligent and steadfast, and uh, finishing up. I have one that's almost done. And some of you have followed me on Instagram. On that one is Signs of Fall from a leisure arts book. And if you want to see more about that, go look me up at Sherry's Stitching Chronicles on Instagram. And you'll be able to see the progress pictures from that. And yeah, I until I get to talk to you again, I hope everyone is blessed and is well. And if there are struggles and trials going on in your life, that blessings will come to you and you can overcome. And until I see you again, like I said, be blessed, be well.